Hello, everyone. Let me get some shit sorted.
The sky won't snow and the
Okay, I got chat up. Okay, I got chat up. Oh, don't want to hear myself. Okay, and let me get this started. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Fumbling around. Hey guys. Let me actually put that here. There we go. Sorry, very boring start. Very boring start. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Am I a furry? No. Certainly not. Definitely not. Hello everyone, good morning. I'm streaming on Twitch today. I'm going to paint my nails. I'm doing a Q&A. There's a link in my bio to go watch me stream. I'm trying to figure out how I can see. Don't be gaming. Hello, good afternoon. Living for my Twitter drama recently? Yeah, I've been having a lot of Twitter drama recently. I just punched myself in the face. Thank you, Jendon Slow. Thank you. Can you be my stepbrother? No. No. You can't. In love with you too, Puka de Sade. I hope that wasn't something I'm not supposed to say. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Gracel, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good morning. This is a Q&A. I'm going to paint my nails. You can ask me whatever question you want. You can ask me about my Twitter drama. You can ask me about whatever the fuck you want. You can suggest content that you want to see. You can do whatever you want. You can tell me that you hate me. What's on my lips is Charlotte Tilbury nude liner, and then I like smudge Trick or Treat lipstick by Black Moon Cosmetics. My Twitter drama recently is that I can't say the R slur, but I think that I can because I'm autistic, and people don't think that I can, but I think that I can, and so I will. And I think that's pretty much the brunt of it. There's some residual Twitter drama from me calling abortion rights like female rights and sex-based oppression. And we can talk about that more, but that's old news these days. Look at how pretty this pink is. Very cute. Hi, Snotty. Why say R word? I just like it. This is my solar clock is ticking. Why do I want to say it? Because it's funny. I don't know, there's something about using the word that has been used against me my whole life, and it's just funny. Do I listen to Lana Del Rey? Yes, I do. Oh my god, my eyelash glue is not... I lied. Love Luna's a Turf is your biggest fan, yeah. Dude, they made their name on all social media platforms my name, so people think that they're following them, and then, like, they've been telling them, like, oh, people are catfishing as you, to them, who is catfishing as me. It's like catfishception. It's crazy. I'm in love with you, Demon Spit. This is a very pretty color. Look at that. Look at how cute that is.
Hey, what's going on?
That's not why, LMFAO. Oh my god, Lavlune is a Turf, you're here. Thank God, I was starting to miss you. I have Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called Iconic Nude, liner, and then a lipstick called Trick or Treat from Black Moon Cosmetics. I saw you at Kilby and I got too scared to say hi. Oh no, you should have said hi. How do I still have a platform? Because I've done nothing wrong, you big stupid idiot. Why don't you guys fight some actual bad people? Fight some actual injustice. Will I ever do a meet and greet? Probably not. I made the names and photos similar so people click it when they look you up, stupid. Oh, so you just want as many views as possible. LOL, you admitting that you're obsessed with me and using me to clout shark. What am I like when I meet fans? I think really anxious. I think I try to be high energy, but I don't know how I come off. I hope not rude. I'm always trying to figure out how to end the conversation. Not because I don't want to be there, but because the social interaction is like extremely... I feel like I'm doing it wrong, and I feel like I'm making other people uncomfortable. Which is why I want to like hide, run and hide. You forget internet people have fans. Yeah, I know. Me too. Lav Luna's a turf. What makes me a racist turf? I think multiple people have asked you that, and you can never find an answer. You're just like everything you've said, and then you can't bring up one thing I've said that makes me a racist turf. I have a hate account that has followed me everywhere. Like, and watches every single one of my live streams. Like, severe mental illness. And they're like obsessed with like clout sharking me. You can see the drama going down in the Twitch. Chat. This hand is not doing as well. Not doing as well at all. My hair color is 3N Color Touch by Wella Color Touch, 3N. You need to get the developer also. This color is OPI, My Solar Clock is Ticking. Hi, Theo. I know your label isn't doing good, but I really miss your music. I probably won't release anything for probably like a year, because I need to wait until I'm completely out of the label, because they fucking suck. And then Loud Luna's a turf. You keep saying, like, it's things I've said, but then you haven't said anything that I've said that is racist or turfic. That is literally foundation still on my hand. Lol. It's a good color match, though, right? Pretty good, pretty good. She'll make another account, regardless of how many times I block her. Hi, Lav. Hope you and Connor are good. Yes, we're doing incredible. As per usual, we are in a state of bliss. Hello, lovely Lav. Hello, Semper Nox. What do you guys want to talk about? Do you guys want to ask me questions? Do you guys want to talk about... Do you guys want advice from me? Not that I have any authority to speak on anything, but I'm a pretty smart gal. Lab, do you remember when I wanted to pay you to call me the N slur? No, I do not remember that. I've gotten that request a lot, though. The Lav turf has to be someone you've known IRL, because it looks personal. It's either that or they're outside of my house right now. It's kind of scary. You got married last Friday. You highly recommend it. Are you still having sex with Connor amongst not having rights to our uterus? Yes. I track my ovulation and my period, so I know when to give it up and when to not give it up. I know my fertile window to avoid pregnancy. A lot of people don't know that you can do this. A lot of people don't know that there is only a specific week out of the month where you can conceive for most women, and that you can track it. You've gotten that before. Do you ever complete the request? Never. I really relate to you with being Indigenous, Hispanic, but also white. I'm white presenting and people often dismiss my heritage. It sucks. It does suck. It definitely feels bad. Did your fertility issues resolve? Yes and no. I ovulated for the first time last month in 3 years, so that was really awesome. But I'm set to have my period in a few days, in the next week. So hopefully that happens. And if it doesn't, then I didn't ovulate this month. Because I haven't peed. Oh no, there's a big spider. But I haven't done any ovulation pee tests this month. Because I'm just seeing how my body does it. Are you using natural cycles? No, I use Flow to track. Are you still trying to become a doula? Yes. Do you track your ovulation each month? Yes. How exciting, do you mind sharing if you know what's causing the issues? I think it's a multitude of things. I think I didn't get my period and the vaccine messed up my period for a second. And so then if you can't get your period, you can't ovulate. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So my periods are already kind of iffy. I had an eating disorder for give or take 13 years. So that messed with my everything. So yeah, there's a lot of things. What are my thoughts on the IUD? I think that to each their own. Personally, I loved my IUD, but I would not get it again. And that's just because I don't want outside circumstances controlling my body, because I'm on that hippie shit. And you don't have to be on that hippie shit, but I'm on that hippie shit. I just don't want a piece of plastic in my body, pumping me full of hormones. Because I don't react very well to it. But if you want to, that's incredible. And I urge you to, because of the state of the world today. If you're not someone who can trust yourself to track your periods, definitely be on birth control. And as far as birth control options, an IUD is the best option. Because it's localized hormones, so it's not affecting your your body as much as other hormones are. So yeah, it's pretty good. The infusions you get every 3 weeks for your thyroid eye disease stopped your period. Oof. Same, I refuse to take birth control. If you refuse to take birth control, you better be wrapping it. Your partners better have vasectomies, or you better be tracking your period. I had Mirena and became so spooky, did not have a period at all. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I didn't have a period I've only had about 30 periods my whole life. Due to health circumstances. I really just feel I feel better when I have my period. I feel more connected to my womanhood. Sorry, hot take. I feel more connected to like the earth. I know that a cycle has ended. It feels like a new beginning. This is very hippy dippy. But that's how I feel. You got an IUD in November and you have been getting random spotting, extremely heavy flow still. Which one did you get? How long until you can accept bits on here? Hopefully not that long. I need to keep my viewers up so that I can be eligible for partner. My cycle just ended feeling brand new. It does feel that way. Tracking doesn't always work. I'm sure you know that, though. I fell pregnant because I ovulated late. For sure. I think the whole week that I am ovulating, well, I guess you only ovulate for 24 hours, but the whole week I'm supposed to ovulate, I do not have sex. And my ovulation, well, it doesn't happen, really. But also, I don't let my man finish in me unless I'm on my period. So that's how to avoid, and like the first 2 days of my period, that's how to avoid pregnancy. Do I have it right in my mind that you have endometriosis? Because how do you deal with the period cramps and stuff without help? So I thought that I had endometriosis, but I actually have polycystic ovarian syndrome, but not very bad. I'm in like very early stages, and I think it'll stay this way. Like I don't think I have like a bad case of polycystic ovarian syndrome. You talking about how horrible hookup culture is made me feel better about not participating in it. That's incredible. Yeah, I don't think that hookup culture is good for anyone. Women, men, especially women, though. Daddy Canada, I demand my partner lets me inside of her. Okay. Human race will die off if we don't have children. That's the goal. My blush is NARS Luster. Hey, Queen, you're cute. Make some kids fast if you want them. Yeah, we're gonna have kids probably in the next 2-3 years. I really want to be a mom. I really want to be a mom. That is the goal. I'm gonna keep bothering people. I'm gonna restart this live. Hold on. Come back if you love me. Oh, I dropped my little thing. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, got it. I dropped this. I'm not sure if this is doing anything. Let's go back on live. Whoops. Okay. Lad Luna's a turf. I'm so glad you're infertile. I'm not infertile right now. So. You know what's so funny is that people like Lad Luna's a turf think that like bullying someone, like think that they have moral high ground some way. And they don't. And mostly I keep them around because it's like humbling. Because it's like, they embarrass me so much that it really adds perspective into my life. Hello, TikTok! Okay, I'm feeling more high energy now. I should have drank some coffee or something. Funny because I do plenty of videos of you justifying your weirdo stances on Roe versus Wade because you're infertile. That's never why I brought up that I was infertile. I brought up I was infertile because I was infertile, and I sort of am. I think that it's hard with polycystic ovarian syndrome because, like, 1 month you are fertile and the next month you aren't fertile. So if you don't have a period, you don't ovulate. So it's not that I have a barren womb, it's that I am infertile, for, like, the most part, and I only get, like, a couple periods a year, which basically means that I'm infertile. But if you don't understand a female body, that's not my problem. That's your problem. There's a Twitter account posting a bunch of stupid shit about you. Dude, I know. They will always post stupid shit about me. The hate accounts are very obsessive. Even women with a healthy cycle are infertile for most of the month. True. I find it sus you blocked my Twitter, but not the OG hate account, Lavloon. Oh, I meant to. Weird. I definitely meant to. I'll figure that out later, I guess. Are you sad? Like, you sound sad about it. What are the things under your sign? This is a keyboard. Just sus? What does that mean? What is sus about me? What is sus about that? I genuinely find you cute. I genuinely find you cute. Bottom for Guko. I know what sus means suspicious, but I'm asking you to tell me how it is suspicious here. You got a vasectomy because if women can't have a right to their bodies, neither should I. Okay. What should you name your second child? What is your first child's name? Tips for being a good partner in marriage? You gotta make that. You gotta ask questions inside of that question, because that's a big question. Advice on relationship fights? You gotta ask a smaller question, because that's a big question. You guys gotta ask me very specific questions so I can answer them. What kind of hair products do you use? It's so shiny. I use like a clarifying shampoo, and then I use Olaplex, and I only wash my hair twice a week. Because they've been posting for years about you and are always interacting with them. Loki looks like you made your own hate account to get people to look at your mains. You're right. Yeah, I did. You're right. Not only are you unhinged, but you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm actually scared for my life. Fighting about money. You gotta give me more information here. Are you still doing only clam? If not, why? I'm trying to move away from it. I'm trying to go on to different mediums. I don't love it, and I'm trying to quit. I swear it's like you're not allowed to have your own opinions without being attacked just because her opinions don't line up with yours. Doesn't mean you have to make a fake account to hate. They have no idea that that's true. This poor person. I'm going to college and he is just working jobs that don't lead anywhere. We are still 20. Well, you have to decide what is right for you in your life. Do you want a partner who will provide for you? I mean, it sounds like you don't want to be the breadwinner, and that's okay. That's okay. And if you don't want to be the breadwinner, then you need to find someone who will take care of you, basically. And that's fine, and that's valid, but you need to tell your partner that. So without even having an ultimatum, first you need to have some conversations. And then you can eventually give an ultimatum. But you need to have some conversations first, like, this is what I really want out of life. And I think that every couple should have conversations like that, like, every month or two. Just to, like, refresh what you, want from life. Because I feel like it's easy to just, like, fall into the swing of things and not actually, keep each other's goals in mind. Joint account or keep funds separate? I think that's up to you. That's up to you. Personally, I probably will have a joint account with my husband, just out of utility, and also like maybe not actually. We'll probably have separate accounts, but we'll have like one conglomeracy. We'll probably have two separate and then one. So like one for like, things that like, especially once we have a family, like one account, and then two accounts for like, just play money. Money is the biggest reason for divorce. Well, I think it's communication, like communication differences. And then money, and then affair. What do you plan to do long-term career-wise? I'm going to be a doula, and I'm going to be a mom, and then I'm going to be a home teacher and a mom. I want to homeschool my kids, at least through elementary school. Hold on, my live is freaking out. Connor is the breadwinner, but I do make my own money. A good amount of my own money. What's my favorite Disney movie? I think Lady and the Tramp. It reminds me of me and my fiance. My husband went broke almost as soon as I got married because he became disabled, and it's been hard, but I love him so much. Oh, that sounds really difficult. I'm sorry that you're having to go through that. I can imagine that's really traumatic. I hope that he is okay. I can't remember if this was you or not, but I started following you on Twitter so many years ago. Are you an ex-Mormon? Yes and no. Yes, because I was in like a basically like Mormon cult, and no, because I never like really practiced or like bought into it. It was just sort of something that was kind of forced on me. So when I say I was an ex-Mormon, I kind of just had proximity to being Mormon, more so than like actually I was like in it. My husband was homeschooled his whole life except college, obviously, and he's the smartest person I've ever met. And also probably has a very good relationship with either his mom or whoever taught him. I have the same keyboard. It is the set with the mouse. I think at an hour, I'm gonna get off and then come back on. So I'll stream multiple times today. Your partner is extremely smart and is so hot. It's literally the same situation. I think that someone needs to be smart in order to be hot. Your mom forced you into going to the church and you hated it. Oh man. Do you plan on posting on TikTok again? Yes. My lips are iconic nude Charlotte Tilbury liner, and then in the middle I smudged Trick or Treat by Black Moon Cosmetics. You just found out vasectomies can be reversed. Yes, they can, but the rate for which it's done successfully is substantially low, especially with as time goes on. I went to public school and I got addicted to drugs and arrested, so homeschool is definitely the way to go. See, I just want mostly I think there's a couple things. I want my children to have a strong sense of home and self before they're bombarded with extenuating circumstances very young. So I want them to have like a strong home, and then I want them to see the world, but I want to give them like basic knowledge. So that's important to me. So, middle school will probably be like the first year that they are out. And I think it'll be great. It's really difficult to teach, and I think a lot of parents don't realize that, and their kids end up. I did teach, actually. Right before I became a SW, I did teach preschool and kindergarten. And I think the ratio was 8 or 9 kids to 1 teacher. It depends on how old the kids were, but I think that 9 kids per 1 teacher for kindergarten, and then for preschool, it was 4 kids. 4 or 5. But yeah. I'm really excited to start a family. Do you feel equipped for higher level elementary? Definitely. And I definitely will follow like a plan. I'm not just going to do it like on my own. Like I'm definitely going to like do like, it's not like I'm going to be just making it up as I go. I will definitely work with like a distributor. So that'll be good. How do we stop freaking out on our significant others? My anger issues are horrible. Cursing and saying the worst things. Good question. I think that we lash out for a couple reasons. I think that one of the reasons we lash out is because it is what is comfortable for us, because we haven't grown up in a family where impulse control has been like really important. So it's a learned behavior. And also, I find that people lash out the most often when they aren't feeling heard. So a way to make sure you are being heard, and not to be like a hippie therapist, but you need to be using I feel statements. And you need to be with someone who wants to hear how you feel. That part is extremely important. Because if you're the only one that's healed in your relationship, then your relationship isn't going to ascend. But yeah, basically just saying like I feel sad when you blank, and I would really appreciate if whatever. But even just like I feel sad, like you're making me sad right now, and then that starts a bigger conversation. You need to go into vulnerability immediately. Yeah, that's it. My husband's parents didn't exclusively teach them. They joined this community that various parents offered their knowledge, so they had a variety. I think that's incredible, and that's what I'll end up doing. I do think parents need to recognize they don't have all the answers. Yeah, I think that's true. May I ask where you got the bunny suit? I got it on Amazon. Are you still going to make the podcast? Probably not, but I will be here. Are you a no bottom lash mascara person? Because me too. I have been recently. I feel like it opens up my eye more. I have pretty almondy eyes, and they're pretty small, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it looks better. Burp. How do I feel about Lana Del Rey? I think she's crazy. Love her. Divine femininity. She also needs to heal. She's too old to be doing what she does. My nails are dry for the most part. I can't like open up a jar right now, but I can touch them. Shall I start to play Minecraft? Do you watch Red Scare? No, I don't. I don't. You look so sweet and cute. Thank you! Thank you! You see me! I'm not a vegetarian. I would like to be. I'd like to be. But I'm gluten-free because I'm allergic to gluten. And so it's really hard to be it's really hard to eat when you can't have gluten. And so I can't, get rid of a whole new food group. There would just be too many food groups that I couldn't eat. How would you best describe your political ideology? Liberal, socialist democrat, progressive, valuing of truth and facts. Do you still talk to Billy after she co-signed you? Me and Billy do not talk, no. I talked it with Phineas sometimes, though. Same with the gluten-free. I really couldn't survive. Yeah, if you're gluten-free, you really need to, you can't just be, cutting out other food groups. What do you think about restrictive diets as a person who has had ED? I think that some restriction in the diet is good. If you want to, if it's self-discipline and you want to get to a healthy weight, and if you want to, if you're working towards a goal, do I believe in restrictive diets that are under 1,200 calories? Absolutely not, for anyone. I think that's ridiculous. How do I get out of Utah? Move. How does gun control fit into that? Gun control. Oh no. Oh no. My Twitch died. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I was talking about guns. So, guns, I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe that everyone has a right to own a gun. I would be a gun owner if I wasn't mentally ill. And I think that you have a right to protect yourself and to hunt for food. But I do not believe that humans should have access, at least civilians should have access to high artillery, high... my brain is going numb right now. High volume magazines, bad. I don't believe that any civilian should own a assault weapon or an AR rifle, or anything that you can make into a fully automatic weapon with a YouTube tutorial. I'm working on growing my own food. It's been so therapeutic being in my garden. I'm trying to be like that. Me and my partner are trying to move to a place where that's more viable for us, because California is just not cutting it. Do you still defend Chris Brown? I don't know if I ever defended Chris Brown. I don't know if I ever defended Chris Brown. I think I just said that the vilification of Chris Brown, I think, has a lot to do with that he is a black man. And the demonization had a lot to do with that he was a black man. I think that he can both be abusive and disgusting, and that it was not blown out of proportion, but that people cared more about it because it was a chance to villainize a black person. what was the process for getting your autism diagnosis as an adult? Actually, it was easy for me, but this is because I was diagnosed as a child. So I did not know that I was diagnosed because my parents never told me, but I was diagnosed young. And then obviously I knew I was autistic. I knew I was different. I didn't know that it was autism growing up. But my parents are very ableist and didn't it's a whole thing. But I was diagnosed when I was young. People have brought it up my whole life, and then eventually, as an adult, I talked to a psychiatrist, I talked to a therapist, and everyone's like, yeah, this is what's going on. So if anything, it was more affirmed than diagnosed now. So I wouldn't know how it is to get to strictly get your first diagnosis as an adult. But it can be expensive because seeing the doctor in the U.S. is very expensive. How is it helpful for the public for only law enforcement to have assault weapons? If the public doesn't have guns and the government has assault weapons, how will we protect ourselves? Are you a conservative? Lavloon is a turf. You constantly surprise me. I just don't, when will we have to protect ourselves from the government? Maybe I just have too much trust in the government. I guess maybe I'm being too charitable. But I think that we can also do that with, rifles and, if it comes to that, I'm sure we can be crafty and find other things. But I just, don't think there's ever going to be a time where, the government is, mowing us down with, assault weapons. But, oh, geez, you're a communist. That explains everything. So you're stupid. That makes sense. Would you ever move out of the U.S.? Yes. Vancouver looks really beautiful. I know nothing about weapons, but my first thought is the government will always have bigger, scarier. Always. Always, always, always. That is never going to change. Cops don't really have assault weapons. Cops aren't, walking around with machine guns. BRB going on your Twitch. Thank you. Capitalist era? No, I'm a socialist. I'm a socialist Democrat. So that is very different. There aren't just two extremes in the world, guys. You guys got to know that. Because this app will peddle it to you. This app will tell you that there's only good and bad, and one side is right and one side is disgracefully wrong. And that is not true. There is a happy medium. Would you ever visit Montreal? I would love to visit Montreal. Let's allow this. Sock dems are sexy. True. Cops do have assault weapons. And did you not hear about them shooting a black man 60 times? No, I know that cops do have, first of all, not all cops have assault weapons. And, if, depending on the gun, a magazine can hold, a lot. And I also don't, I don't think that this extreme example is, is indicative of, police access to a whole. In Los Angeles, cops do not, shoot people with machine guns. And I would vote against cops having machine guns. Always. Because that feels insane. It only makes sense you're pro-cops. I'm not anti-cop, but I'm not pro-cop. I don't believe in defund the police because I think that's stupid. But I believe in making sure that the police are better at their job. And I do believe in a social institution that is not the police dealing with, like, the homeless. And the mentally ill in a ways that, like, cops are not equipped for. But also, I've grown up around crime. I grew up in a rougher area of Los Angeles. I know that crime happens, and I know that cops protect people. And cops also, have the opportunity to be racist and stupid and dumb. So I think my relationship with the police is kind of nuanced. Not the sirens in the back. I live in LA, baby. This is what it is. When will you talk to Mr. Girl again? Message Mr. Girl. Tell him to talk to me. I'm fucking ready to do it at any point. Let's see. It happens to black people literally daily. I do not believe that black people are shot daily with machine guns by cops. If you want to send me something that will change my mind. I know that black men are killed by cops disproportionately. But I don't think it's by machine guns. But you can change my mind on that. I obviously don't know a ton about it. Interested in how to get multiple viewpoints instead of echo chamber. Avoid this app like the fucking plague. Or start following people that you don't like. Start following I followed J.K. Rowling. I don't think I followed Piers Morgan. But, I follow people that I don't like. And I follow people that I do like. And I try to get everyone's perspective so that I can choose what makes the most sense to me. And I feel like that's how we stay informed. I didn't say they were shot with machine guns. Yes, you said. I said they were targeted daily by cops having assault weapons. Do you know what an assault weapon is? An assault weapon is a high artillery, high volume magazine gun, which a lot of police do not have access to, which is a machine gun. Or a machine, yeah, whatever. One of my coworkers listens to Joe Rogan. I don't like, but another one tried to get him fired. Jeez Louise. I hate it here. I hate it here. Do you agree with J.K. Rowling? No. I actually just explicated her manifesto talking about trans people, and I don't agree with J.K. Rowling. Are there some points where me and J.K. Rowling probably converge on feminism? Yes, but there are also vast more that we do not agree. And mostly I don't agree with her fear-mongering. It is sad to me that she has become so aggressively reactionary and transphobic. That is really sad. She went from being like gender critical adjacent to transphobic, and that is really sad. That is really sad because I think that now she's making... It's just, the extremist reactionaries never make anyone look good and always just make everyone look stupid. No update on Gabriel. You want to see me have one conversation with Rain? Is that the girl with red hair? I'd love to have a conversation with her. I would love... Do you have a special interest? I have a couple. One of my special interests is retro imagery and history. And another one is animatronics. And another one is Disney in general. So can you be gender critical without being transphobic? Genuinely asking. I think so, yes. Yes, I think so. I use NARS Light Reflecting mixed with Dior. Do you still do pole? I don't really. Not anymore. Do you support LGBT? Of course. Why do you think you can be gender critical as a cis person? Why does it concern you at all? Because before people are trans, they are cis. So this can affect anyone. And I also think that it's worth noting what, like, bimbofication does to women's rights, and what, you know, I think this is a huge conversation that is hard to tackle in, like, a general broad sense, and it's more just like tiny little things. But yeah, all people experience gender. So yes, all people experience gender, even cis people. Trans people are born trans? What do you mean? What does that mean? Does your interest in retro imagery fuel your personal style and home aesthetic? Yes. When you said that it's men DNA to be attracted to young girls, what did you mean? I meant that biologically and evolutionarily, men are attracted to the most fertile age, which is around 16 or 17. Now, whether or not they choose to do something illegal is where, I guess, morality steps in. But I don't think it's okay. I think that people should rise above their primal urges, but I just think that that is objectively the truth, and proved by science. Also, what is bimbofication? I thought it was just a way of dressing or a joke. Ugh, I don't want to tackle that right now. That's a lot. Hopefully someone in the comments can help you with that. But what's your favorite tattoo of yours, and how has your tattoo removal process gone so far? It's been really good so far. I see tattoo removers in Los Angeles, and they're incredible. And I always leave feeling really good, and, like, you know, this is, you can't really see, this used to be an extremely dark tattoo. I've had 3 treatments on it, but it used to be extremely dark. You really can actually tell that it is leaving. That's awesome. But he said by my wedding, I'll be able to, like, you won't be able to see it. So that's awesome. And then my favorite tattoo is this human mandible with lavender spears coming out of it. It's, like, representing like my self-growth through like nourishing my body and overcoming my eating disorder. Trans people were never cis. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, and I want a hot dog right now. I'm removing it because I don't like I don't like it. Is your boyfriend attracted to 16-year-olds? My boyfriend is a man, so yes. He evolutionarily is attracted to 16-year-olds. Is he going to act on that attraction? Of course not. That is gross. And he's not like an animal. He's not like a dog. He's a man with agency. I feel like there's very little about human attraction that's inherent. That's not true. That's literally not true. We are animals. We'd like to think that we have, like, only our brains and no, like, natural primal urges, but it is just not true. I feel like there's some African cultures only like women if there's a fat wood plate in their lip. That's not true. Those are body modifications. There is something about pheromones and a smell and the ability to procreate and how youthful you look and your body composition that will attract a man. unfortunately. But I also think that it's a choice. That's why teen is the most popular porn category, literally. What do you think about gay people being in our normal straight society? I don't think that being straight is... I don't even think that being gay is abnormal. I think that everyone's kind of gay. Did your boyfriend say he was attracted to a 16-year-old? No. Not a 16-year-old. And we've never talked about, like... I think my boyfriend is obviously extremely uncomfortable with the idea that he... what his body wants. As most men are. But... and I think that's good. I think that you should be uncomfortable about being attracted to a 16-year-old. But a 16-year-old is a budding woman. A 16-year-old is no longer a child, no matter how much you guys want to infantilize 16-year-olds. I don't think that their brains are ready to, have adult conversations or, like, adult whatever, but they're definitely, like, functionally fertile at 16, and that's why men feel that way. It's uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable, but it is literally true. And sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. Do you believe in free will? Same reason why women are attracted to older men. Yes, that is true. There's a reason why teen is the most popular category on Pornhub, guys. Doesn't make it okay. Doesn't make it okay. This is all men. This is all men unless there is an aberrancy. How did you come to that realization? Just because in our current society most men like young girls doesn't mean it's biologically inherent. Where's your proof for the claim? Google it. Google it. There are so many studies showing that men will choose a 16-year-old girl in a lineup. There are so many studies. 16-year-olds are children. Effectively. Like, they are children socially. But they are definitely, like animalistically fertile, right? If you do not believe in, like, a sense of, like, morality from, like, the Christian Bible, we have to also understand that when women are fertile is when men are going to be the most attracted to them because we are animals. I have seen the What is a Woman documentary. What if you like 16-year-old boys? Are you gay? Or are you what are your stats? We don't give them a pass if they, like, act on those feelings, though. Of course. No, it is disgusting and illegal for a grown man to have relations with a teenage girl. And it should be. I'm talking biology. I'm not saying that it's okay to... it's not okay to acknowledge that you see women as a sexual object because it's uncomfortable, or to see 16-year-old women as a sexual object because it's extremely uncomfortable. And also it's not something that we want to placate. We want to make sure that it's okay. It's not okay. That people know that it's not okay. But it is just a truth of the world, and I think that you need to acknowledge it. To change anything about it. It's not like these men are actively preferring 16-year-olds. It's just a deeply ingrained psychological trait. A lot of guys like huge bazungas and bazoobies, and that doesn't mean that they don't still have that deep down in their animal brain. True. True. I'm not normalizing it. You shouldn't normalize having relationships with 16-year-olds. But I think that we should talk about facts in biology in the same way where, like, comprehensive sex ed is, like, the best way to make sure that teen pregnancy doesn't happen. Whereas, like, if you don't talk about it, like abstinence-based sex ed, it's going to happen. So I think that you just need to keep that in mind. We are humans, not animals. Humans are a type of mammal. Humans are literally a type of animal. Lavlune is going to have a field day with these clips out of context. Honestly, I hope that she does, because she's been single-handedly the best press for me, because so many people have followed me being like, oh my god, I found you on this account, and I love what you're saying. So that's why I keep her here, and because she's embarrassing and it makes me laugh. I was 16 dating a 34-year-old man. It was also the most abusive relationship of my life. I can imagine. That's disgusting. A 34-year-old man has no business dating a 16-year-old. That is disgusting, and I hope he rots. Do you make your boyfriend's company look bad? No, he's still selling millions and millions of wallets. And nothing I'm saying is that crazy. You guys need to get off TikTok and touch grass. The way you're trying to use reverse psychology on Lavlin as a turf is so embarrassing. Is this your second account? I don't think I'm trying to use reverse psychology. Like, I literally have gained more followers than I've lost because of Lavlin. Is a turf. Girl, your boyfriend likes little girls. So true. They hate me. They hate who speaks the truth. I'm a martyr. Martyr? I don't know how to pronounce that. Semper Nox, I really hope that you're okay. There are a lot of people who have had very similar circumstances. You are definitely not alone. I know that doesn't make it any better or any easier, but maybe. I hope you're okay. I do like my Alana. So women who are no longer fertile... Hold on. So women who are no longer fertile or never became fertile are not attractive for men biologically? I think that they're aberrancies, but I also think that the idea of being fertile, so like having big breasts or having wide hips, is something that's like evolutionally ingrained in us, regardless of whether or not you can even have a baby. Like, plenty of men have tons of sex not to have babies, you know what I mean? What do you think about grown women being attracted to teenage boys then? I think that is a mental illness. What I'm genuinely asking, what are your sources for men being biologically attracted to teens? So one is that teen is the largest industry in corn. And also that you can look up any study about sexual maturity, and you will be able to see that that is just the case. That is just the case. If we believe that evolution exists, we believe that men are the most attracted to women at their most fertile state, which is around 16 to 18, or actually around 15 to 18. And that is just the truth. Now, whether or not a man acts like an animal is a whole nother thing. We have a long history of sexualizing children. Look at the media. Also, there's a difference between sexualizing teens and sexualizing children under pubescent age. It is called something completely different. Pedophilia versus, I think, ephebophilia. And we cannot say that those two things are the same. They're similar, but they are not the same. Women's fertility is highest in early 20s, plateaus, and starts to go around 30. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. And that is proven to be false. Do you think Shane Dawson is actually a pedophile? I don't know. I don't know him. You like armpits, Daddy Canada? Gross. Bi-sitting? True. I'm wearing a bunny rabbit, whatchamacallit, hoodie. And I'm wearing cat ears and I'm wearing socks. I can only find studies telling me that they like young women, not that men inherently like young women. Okay, so if they do like young women, and we know that we are animals, and that men are the most attracted to young women, inherently, then we can rationalize it with things like that women are the most fertile in their late teens, and that men are attracted to fertility in general. Why don't you Google that? Why don't you look up whether or not people are attracted to fertility? I also don't want to get into this discussion. I don't even want to die on this hill. I do not want this to be my platform. I just want to stop talking about it. I'm wearing peachy blush. I'm wearing Luster by NARS. I don't think I'm dying on that hill. I'll talk about it more, maybe later, but I just don't want that to be that feels like the first conversation where shit was actually rolling, and that's not something I'm super passionate about. I do not plan on releasing music anytime soon. Why wouldn't men be attracted to women when they are ovulating them? They are. They can smell it. They are attracted. They are more attracted to women when they're ovulating. Warren H. I don't even know what that means. I know that you do it constantly, but I don't know what it means. What do you think about the Y2K fashion trend? I think it's stupid. Are you still planning on publishing a book with your poetry? I don't know. I have too many plans. There are too many things that I want to do. And I'm too stupid to make all of them happen. Do you believe in that perfume that makes your pheromones stronger or something? No. We all come with our own pheromones. If you want to make your pheromones stronger, work out. Sweat. What's an argument you're passionate about? Feminism. Nuclear family. Just kidding. Gay rights, trans rights, feminism. I'm a soft launch misandrist. What concealer do I use? I use Kosas concealer. Your cam is mirrored, so your Twitch is backwards. Oh no, this is for, I'm also live on Instagram, and it's not mirrored. So I don't even want this to be on Twitch, but it's sitting where I have my phone. But it looks right on TikTok Live. I'm soft launching Misandry. House tour when? On Friday. House tour on Friday. Are you actually a misandrist? I think in some ways, yeah. In some ways, yeah, I am. New house or current house? Current house. My phone just died. My phone just died. This is the saddest. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Just need to plug it in. Thoughts on people who are spiteful, disrespectful, homophobic, transphobic, racist for the sake of being cool, even after being confronted? I think those are people that we should just ignore. And they'll stop talking. Or just not talk to them at all. And then put them on an island. And yeah, I think that you should just not give any attention to it. Yeah, I bet you are a misandrist. You just said we biologically like teenagers with nothing else than common sense, no actual studies or anything to back it up. Are you an actual TERF or an ironic TERF? I'm not a TERF at all. Yay, I've always wanted to see your house. What's your take on the nihilistic brand of feminism that's come out over the past few years? What nihilistic brand? Let me look up. Hold on, let's get my thing and let's look up some studies about fertility and men liking fertility. What age group are men the most attracted to? Let's see. You guys can see my screen? What study is this? Let's look up are men ephebophiles? Let's see, what is this? I really shouldn't be doing this without looking at things first. Let's go on that wiki. Mid to late adolescents typically have physical characteristics near or identical to legal adults because of this. Scholars Sky Stevens and Michael C. Cito argue that ephebophilia contrasts what a paraphilia entails, since older adolescents are reproductively viable, and the fact that they are typically men are sexually attracted to older adolescents, as reflected in self-report, psychophysiological, and pornography. Psychiatrist and sexologist Fred Berlin states that most men can find persons in this age group sexually attractive, but that, of course, that doesn't mean they're going to act on it. Exactly what I said. Some men who become sexually involved with teenagers may not have a particular disorder. Opportunity and other factors may have contributed to their behavior and acting the way they do. It is very common for regular men to be attracted to 18-year-olds or to 20-year-olds. It's not unusual for a typical 16-year-old to be attractive to many men, and the younger we go, the fewer and fewer men are attracted to that age group. Ephebophilia is used only to describe the preference for mid to late adolescent sexual partners, not the presence of some level of sexual attraction. Generally, the preference is not regarded by psychologists as a pathology as long as it does not interfere with other major areas of one's life. So, even psychologists think this is normal. And then let's look at, are men attracted to fertility? Men find women more attractive near ovulation when they are the most fertile. This is live science. I can show this whole study if we want to get into it. Smell, voice highness, all of this. So it sounds like, as usual, I'm completely right. And, Oh, there we go. Let's go into my comments. Okay. Daddy Canada is very H-word. Men do be liking reproductive viability. Literally true. You should get mods. Maybe someday. I like the unhingedness of my comment section right now, though. But how to get on your Discord? My Discord, I have an invite in my link tree on Instagram. I don't know how to link it to my Twitch yet, but hopefully that'll be done by the end of the day. Oh, and I also said that I was going to leave after an hour. And I've overstayed my welcome by 30 minutes. I'm going to eat, and then come back on later and play some games. I just wanted to hang out for a second to see how many people would watch and make sure that you guys didn't forget about me. But I love you, and talk to you soon. Maybe. No, I will. Love you. Bye.